Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam.
Says the Padma Purana, no one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of Sri Krishna through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form, quality, and pastimes of the Lord revealed to him.
Yes, this is very important. Now, Krishna, we are accepting Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Now, how we accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord? Because it is stated in the Vedic literature, just like in the Brahma Samhita, Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Imagination. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, they are imagining the form of God. And when they are confused, they say, oh, there is no personal God. It is all impersonal or void. That is frustration. But actually, God has got form. Why not? The Vedanta says, Janmadasya jataha. The supreme absolute truth is that from whom or from which everything emanates. Now, we have got forms, so we have also, must have been, not only we, there are different kinds of forms of the living entities. Where from they come? Where from this form is originated? This is very common sense question. If God is not a person, then how his sons become person? If your father is not a person, how you become a person? This is a very common sense question. If my father has not a form, where from I get this form? But people imagine, because when they are frustrated, when they see that this form is troublesome, therefore God must be formless. That is an opposite conception of this form. But Brahma Samhita says, no, God has form, but he is Sachidananda Vigraha. Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal. Sat means eternal, Chit means knowledge, and Ananda means pleasure. So, God has form, but he has got a form which is full of pleasure, full of knowledge and eternal. Now compare your body. Your body is neither eternal, nor full of pleasure, nor full of knowledge. Therefore God has form, but he has got a different form. But as soon as we speak of form, we think the form must be like this, that we opposite, no form. That's no knowledge. That is not knowledge. Therefore the Padma Purana says that you cannot understand about the form, name, quality, paraphernalia of God with these material senses. Ata Sri Krishna namadi na bhavet grahyam indriya. By your sense speculation, because your senses are imperfect, how you can speculate on the Supreme Perfect? That is not possible. Then how it is possible? Sevanmukhi jivbhado. If you train your senses If you purify your senses, that purified sense will help you to see God. Just like if you have got some disease, cataract, on your eyes, that does not mean you cannot see because your eyes are suffering from cataract. You cannot see. That does not mean there is nothing to be seen. You cannot see. Similarly, you cannot just conceive what is the form of God now. But if your cataract is removed, you can see. That is required. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridayesu vilokayanti. The Brahma Samhita says that devotees whose eyes are anointed with the love of God ointment, such persons within his heart seeing God, Krishna, always 24 hours. Not that. So you require to purify your senses. Then you will be able to understand what is the form of God, what is the name of God, what is the quality of God, what is the paraphernalia of God. God has everything. That these things are discussed in Vedic literature, just like apanipada javanagrahita. It is said the God has no hands or legs, but he can accept anything you offer. God has no eyes and ears, but he can see everything and he can hear everything. So these are contradictions. That means whenever we speak of seeing, we think somebody must have eyes like this. That is our material conception. God has eyes, he can see you in the darkness. You cannot see in the darkness. So he has got a different eye. God can hear if you are, God is in his kingdom, which is millions and millions of miles away, but if you are talking something, whispering, conspiracy, he can hear, because he is sitting within you. So you cannot avoid God seeing and God's hearing or God's touching. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare